Cryptocurrencies have some pretty unique properties. They can't be hacked or shut down easily, and anyone can use them to transfer an asset around the globe without a third party's intervention. To ensure that these inherent features stay, and many would call them benefits of crypto, significant trade-offs must be made. Now, since many nodes or mini servers are responsible for running a cryptocurrency network, the output is also limited. As a result, the number of transactions per second, or TPS, a blockchain network can process is relatively low for a technology that aims to be adopted by the masses. So, blockchain technology has its limitations, which is why numerous scalability solutions or extension protocols have been thus proposed over time to increase the number of transactions that a network can handle. In this episode of Crypto Unfiltered, I will talk to you about the Lightning Network, which is among the most popular of these extension protocols and a name that you've likely heard a lot about, especially because former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey is a big proponent of it. The Lightning Network is a network that sits on top of a blockchain to facilitate fast peer-to-peer transactions. It's not exclusive to Bitcoin, which means that other cryptocurrencies such as Litecoin have integrated it. You might be wondering that what does he mean by sits on top of a blockchain? The Lightning Network is what's called an off-chain or layer 2 solution. It allows individuals to transact without having to record every transaction on the blockchain. Lightning Network और Bitcoin Network दो अलग टर्म्स होते हैं. Lightning Network के अपने नोड्स और सॉफ्टवेयर हैं, लेकिन फिर भी वो प्राइमरी चेन के साथ कम्युनिकेशन बनाकर रखता है. एक लाइटनिंग नेटवर्क में एंट्री और एग्जिट करने के लिए भी आपको ब्लॉकचेन में स्पेशल ट्रांजैक्शंस बनाने जरूरी होते हैं. What you're actually doing with your first transaction is building a sort of smart contract with another user. Once the wallet address is saved to Bitcoin's blockchain, you and the other party will be free to conduct transactions through a payment channel. Following the completion of every transaction between you and the other party, both parties will be required to sign an updated balance sheet reflecting how much Bitcoin each party should have. If there's a dispute between the two parties, they could simply go back to the most recently signed balance sheet for a resolution. ऐसे systems में confusions होने के chances बहुत ही कम है, क्योंकि ये systems भी blockchain technology के foundation पर चलती हैं. Since these transactions are between just two parties, there'd be no need to reach the network consensus and no miners would be needed to incentivize it, which should lead to near instantaneous transactions. When the parties are done transacting, the Lightning channel is closed and the end balance is recorded on the blockchain network. Given Bitcoin's considerably higher transaction fees and lengthier processing times relative to Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum, and pretty much every other large virtual currency, the Lightning Network makes it competitive once again. अब बात करते हैं लाइटनिंग नेटवर्क इंप्लीमेंटेशन के कुछ यूज केसेस के बारे में. माइक्रो ब्लॉगिंग प्लेटफॉर्म ट्विटर अपने यूजर्स को लाइटनिंग नेटवर्क के जरिए बिटकॉइन लेने और सेंड करने में मदद करता है. यह संभव होता है एक लाइटनिंग नेटवर्क कंपैटिबल ऐप के जरिए जिसका नाम है स्ट्राइक. Another example is El Salvador, which in September 2021 became the first nation to make Bitcoin legal tender and created a wallet named Chivo, which is Lightning compatible and designed to enable seamless cross-border payments. As of October, Chivo had consistently been one of the most downloaded apps in El Salvador. What are the current issues at hand with the widespread rollout of the Lightning Network?
Bitcoin has a scalability problem. Transactions are slow and costly, and that's why the Lightning Network steps in. It allows people to make micropayments in Bitcoin really fast, absolutely without paying transaction fee. There are two issues that the Lightning Network has to handle very well. One is its own scalability as the number of transactions starts to skyrocket, and the second would be that of security, because I'm sure a lot of hackers are going to try their best to try to break into the network.
Given the transaction fees are so low on the Lightning Network, is it economically viable for companies to invest in maintaining the network?
Now, because Lightning Network transactions are supposed to be free, obviously, as a company looking to maintain the network or be part of it, you have to figure out your own revenue model. So, let's say you're a crypto exchange, or let's say you're an e-commerce marketplace, and you feel that by allowing your customers to make Bitcoin micropayments, your business would benefit. Well, then it definitely makes sense for you to be part of the ecosystem.
क्रिप्टो की सबसे बड़ी खासियत और एक चीज जो उसको मजबूत बनाती है वो है कि वो एक डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड टोकन है। कुछ लोग इसको क्रिप्टो का वीकनेस भी मानते हैं। मैं ये इसलिए कह रहा हूं क्योंकि आज भी क्रिप्टो का इस्तेमाल काफी गैर कानूनी और अवैध चीजों के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। As per an early study conducted by blockchain forensics firm Chain Analysis, money laundering in the crypto sector grew from $6.6 billion, that is roughly 49,600 crores, to $8.6 billion, that is roughly 64,640 crores between 2020 and 2021. However, this year's report summary shows that while the total amount of money laundered increased by 30%, only a fraction of all transactions came from illicit activities. Now, some news about NFTs. YouTube now appears to be exploring features for its video creators to capitalize on non-fungible tokens. YouTube isn't alone. Reddit is also reportedly planning to add a feature that will let its users showcase their NFTs as profile pictures, a feature that will be similar to one that Twitter introduced earlier this month. Speaking of Twitter, Elon Musk doesn't appear to be amused with Twitter's move to let users have verified NFTs as their profile pictures. The SpaceX and Tesla CEO called the integration annoying and suggested Twitter was wasting engineering resources on this effort instead of trying to curb spam activity on the platform. Animoca brand's metaverse subsidiary, The Sandbox, committed a $50 million, that's roughly 375 crore fund named the Sandbox Metaverse Accelerator Program to venture capital firm Brink as part of a new program seeking to invest in and mentor startups building beyond the platform's open metaverse. The Sandbox also struck a deal with music publishing giant Warner Music Group with plans to introduce music-themed events in the virtual world soon. After a very rocky start to the year, crypto price watchers finally saw the start of a promising recovery last week. This week, prices have continued to rise. The two market leaders, Bitcoin and Ether, posted noteworthy gains this week. Last Friday, Bitcoin recrossed the $40,000 threshold and it sustained that growth well through the week. The world's most popular cryptocurrency has grown 19% over the last week alone and currently trades at $44,034 or roughly 33 lakh rupees. But Bitcoin's growth has been close followed by Ethereum, which grew 18.5% this week and trades at $3,188 or roughly 2.5 lakh. While metaverse tokens like Decentraland continue their strong run despite Meta having a tough week. Meanwhile, India-based Ethereum scaling and infrastructure development platform Polygon grabbed a fair bit of limelight this week after closing a massive $450 million funding round, which saw its Matic token shoot up by 28% in value over the past week. Smart contract-based blockchain network Avalanche also gained a fair bit of transaction this week, gaining 31.7% in value. The biggest surprise in terms of market movement arrived in the form of popular Dogecoin rival Shiba Inu, which rose by a whopping 52% in value this week after Singapore-based blockchain solutions provider Unification announced its collaboration with the Shiba Inu community to work on a Layer 2 blockchain solution named Shiba Riem. Time to look at how some of the major tokens are performing, because as an investor, you need to keep a close eye on these details because they affect you. If you look at our crypto tracker for the week, we can see that Bitcoin is up by 1.91%, while Ethereum is also up by 3.71%. Cardano and Ripple have seen a rise of 0.75 and 2.75% respectively, while Shiba Inu has also shown significant growth of 4.90% in the last 24 hours. That's it for Crypto Unfiltered this week. If you have any questions around cryptocurrency or any jargon that you do not understand, send them across to us on our Twitter and Facebook pages and we'll have an expert answer them for you. This is Cyrus John signing off with a promise that I will be back with more crypto next week. See you soon.